Enough of the endless division and uncertainty that they've imposed on our country. It is time for them to get back to the day job, and it is time for the country to come back together. It is time to work with family, friends and neighbours across the UK to boost our security and our prosperity. We know that Nicola Sturgeon doesn't want to hear that. So at this election, we say this: let's bring the SNP down to size, to make her listen, and to ensure that finally we get the security and stability that we all deserve. Now, we want this, not just because in the Scottish Conservative and Unionist Party we are unashamedly proud of our union, of our country. That will always be the case. But we want it too, because at this vital time in our history, we so desperately need government, both in London and in Holyrood, focused on the issues that really matter, not on unwanted division and grievance, but on taking Scotland and Britain through the challenges that we face. And yesterday, the Prime Minister spelled out exactly what those challenges are: delivering a strong economy so that everyone in this country can prosper, working to achieve a smooth and orderly departure from the European Union, reducing social divisions so that you can get on no matter who you are or where you're from, responding to the challenges of an ageing society, and harnessing the power of technology for good, using the power of government to support families and communities to make our lives that little bit easier, talking up the good that government can do. Now, some say that's not a Conservative message. I say that tackling the issues of the day head on, using government to correct injustice, speaking for all of society, those are Conservative values, and they always have been. And yesterday, the Prime Minister set out how she intends to put those values into practice. And in this manifesto today, we set out how they will work for Scotland too. With Scotland at the heart of the new industrial strategy, giving our oil and gas sector the support it needs. With Scotland at the heart of the new plan for after Brexit, giving our fishermen the security that they deserve. With workers offered greater protections, whether they're in Birmingham or Bangor or Belfast or Bankery. And with Scotland back at the heart of the union, not half in, half out, because it is time to ensure that this union, our union, works better. So today, we set out our plans to make devolution work better too, and to build a stronger Scotland. With a house-building revolution in Scotland so that young people in their 20s and 30s can actually realise the chance of owning a home of their own. With more childcare for families from the most disadvantaged backgrounds, because we know that it is in those early years that too many children get left behind. And most of all, with immediate action to tackle the mess this SNP is making of our education system. Standards in literacy and numeracy falling, not enough teachers, not enough inspectors to keep those standards up. Trainees admitting that they're not given the math skills they need to teach primary school children how to count. And in charge, an SNP administration which can waffle for Scotland about the plans it has, but has been so busy trying to rerun the referendum, it hasn't got round to action. Well, I say enough. It is as clear now, more than ever, that for all the good intentions that were behind the new curriculum in Scotland, basic standards are slipping. So today our manifesto makes clear that we will call for a reset of curriculum for excellence, putting the focus back where it belongs on learning core knowledge and facts. And if we are serious about education being a leveller, that kids from poorer backgrounds can learn and work their way to a better life, then these are the skills that they need. The SNP has failed a generation, and it is time that they were held to account. And in doing all of this, in improving schools, in building our economy and protecting our union, I say it is this party, the Scottish Conservative Party, which can represent the mainstream in our land. A mainstream who once felt loyalty to Labour, but who can now see that party at a complete loss. So today I want to speak directly to Labour Party voters across Scotland. You have stuck with your party through the referendum when thousands of others left. You have been through leadership election after leadership election, and Jeremy Corbyn was not your choice. You've watched as your Scottish leader, Kezia Dugdale, has left voters in Aberdeen betrayed and council colleagues suspended because she would rather prop up the SNP than work together with the Conservatives. In Lanarkshire, long-term servants of Labour have decided they have no choice but to simply walk away. This week, the Scottish Labour Party, already weakened, has entered a state of civil war. The truth is, your party has left you, not the other way around. And it may well find its way back, but you know and I know it won't be at this election. So let me do a job for you. In great swathes of the country, it is only the Scottish Conservatives who are strong enough to take on the SNP. And in many places, we can only win if you join us. The Scottish Conservatives are rooted to the centre ground, and in the last year, we have proven that we can take on the SNP. We did it last May at the Holyrood elections, and again a fortnight ago in the local government elections too. We are committed to workers' rights, to boosting low pay, to getting a good deal for our fishermen and improving the education of all our young people who have been so cruelly let down by this Scottish Government. So together with your help, we can lead the fight back against the SNP and stop Nicola Sturgeon trying to pull our country apart. We will hold her to her promise that the last referendum was once in a generation. And as Theresa May and I made clear just a few months ago, we won't roll over when they demand a rerun. We will stand up for the quiet majority in Scotland who, like us, have had enough of the SNP's games and who are simply looking for someone to take them on. Let me give Nicola Sturgeon some friendly advice. The Prime Minister says that she's a bloody difficult woman. Well, you ain't seen nothing yet. I will fight and fight and fight again to protect the decision that we made as a country to stay together, to stick together, and to face the world as one united kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenges we face are great, and in these times, you need someone steadfast enough to take them on. So without further ado, I'd like to pass you to the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Theresa May.
Thank you. Here in Edinburgh, one of the great cities of our union and one of the greatest cities in the world, we launch our manifesto for a stronger Scotland, a stronger Britain and a prosperous future. The Scottish Conservative and Unionist Party manifesto for this crucial general election. A general election which is defined by one question and one question only. Who can lead us through Brexit and get a deal that works for the whole United Kingdom? Who can lead our country and strengthen our union in the years ahead? This manifesto is my plan for a stronger union and a better Britain. My plan to build a country that works for everyone and not just a privileged few. We are embarking on a period of national change. And I believe the United Kingdom can emerge from it stronger, more prosperous, and a more united country than ever before. And this party, the Conservative and Unionist Party, will be the government that steps up and makes that more united nation a reality. Yesterday, as Ruth said, in Halifax, I set out my plan to seize the opportunities ahead and to build a country that our children and grandchildren are proud to call home. It's a detailed programme for government, rooted in the hopes and aspirations of ordinary working people. A clear plan to meet the big challenges we face together. A credible, deliverable programme for government around which the whole country can unite. Unlike the offerings of other parties, we are being upfront and honest with the British people about the scale of the task we face. Because leadership means being straight with people about the challenges ahead and the hard work required to overcome them. And that is what this manifesto does. It sets out the 5 great challenges that we must face. 1, the need for a strong economy. 2, responding to Brexit and a changing world. 3, tackling enduring social divisions. 4, responding to an ageing society. And 5, facing up to fast-changing technology. And it sets out what we will do to address each one. These are challenges which we all face, right across the United Kingdom. And the lesson of Britain's history is that we all do best when we tackle challenges together, united. That's how we have overcome obstacles in the past, and that is how we will make success of the future. And in setting out our plan, we're offering a vision for our United Kingdom, not just for the next 5 years, but for the years and decades beyond. A country where everyone has the economic security they need and the chance to lead a secure and full life. A prosperous country where each generation can do better than the last. But all that starts with getting the right Brexit deal, one which works for the whole United Kingdom. When I sit down with the Prime Ministers, Presidents and Chancellors of Europe, I will do so as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. When I fight for the best deal, it will be a deal which works for the whole United Kingdom. When I talk about a better future for our country, I mean the whole United Kingdom. And the choice for voters at this election is clear. Who will be at the negotiating table, fighting to get a deal which is right for Britain and which will strengthen our union in the years ahead? Will it be me? Or will it be Jeremy Corbyn, propped up by the Scottish nationalists? A vote for me and my team is a vote for strong and stable leadership. And every vote for me and my team will strengthen my hand in the negotiations to come. Every vote will help me get a better deal for the whole United Kingdom. And every vote from Scotland will strengthen my hand when I stand up for our United Kingdom here at home. And something else is clear. Only the Conservative and Unionist Party has the strength and credibility to stand up to the nationalists and defend our United Kingdom. Jeremy Corbyn is too weak to stand up for our union, even if he wanted to. According to him, a second independence referendum would be absolutely fine. I've been clear that now is not the time for another independence referendum. This is a time to pull together, not apart. And a vote for any other party is a vote to weaken our union, to weaken our negotiating hand in Europe, and to put our future prosperity and security at risk. Our future prosperity depends on having the strongest possible hand as we enter those negotiations in order to get the best Brexit deal for families across the country. If we fail, the consequences for the United Kingdom and for the economic security of ordinary working people will be dire. If we succeed, the opportunities ahead of us are great. Get Brexit right, and we can use this moment of change to build a stronger, fairer, more prosperous United Kingdom. A stronger union, where we work together to build a better future. And that stronger union is a personal priority for me. As long as I am Prime Minister, I will never stand by and let our union drift apart. Too often in the past, UK governments have tended to devolve and forget. The government I lead will put that right. We will make the institutions of our United Kingdom a force for good across the whole UK. The UK government already employs more civil servants in Scotland than the Scottish government does, and Scotland makes a major contribution to the UK's defence estate. But I want us to do more to ensure that all parts of our union, including the great cities of Scotland, can play a bigger role in our shared national life. I'm ambitious for everyone in Britain, and a government for the whole UK will leave no one behind in our efforts to spread opportunity and prosperity. So we will help the Scottish economy, putting Scottish industries at the centre of our modern industrial strategy. Scotland is an economic powerhouse within the United Kingdom, and I want to do all I can to help it grow and flourish. And as we develop our new trade policies, we will use the United Kingdom